Hello everyone, this is Admin Josh from Pageant Empress, and in this video I'm going to do a recap of the preliminary competition of Miss Universe Thailand with my friend Jian Lasala, all the way from the Philippines. He's a fashion designer and also a pageant commentator. He has previously dressed Miss Universe delegates in Miss Universe pageant. So how are you, Jian?
Hey George, and 𝗙𝗃𝗃 to my friends in Bangkok, Thailand, and mabuhay to all of our friends in the Philippines here too. I'm Jian Lasala from the Jian Lasala Show, and I'm so happy to be with you, George. And finally, we're back at it again. It's another Miss Universe Thailand. It was just like a few months ago, and we have another Miss Universe Thailand.
We will talk about our top 5 favorites from each of the 3 different rounds. So the first is the introduction round. Second is the swimsuit competition, and last is the evening gown competition. So Jian, who stood out to you during the introduction rounds? Who were your favorites?
The best asset of First Wang was her legs, and I met her in person in Phnom Penh, and she is really, really tall. Her presence is just really commanding. And if she should win Miss Universe Thailand, I'm sure she's gonna stun all the audiences there and even the judges.
Absolutely. I think if she goes to Miss Universe, there's a really high chance of Thailand placing quite well, because let's not forget last year, unfortunately, Anjali did not place and she broke the placing streak for Thailand. If someone like wins the crown, I think she will be able to get a placement for Thailand.
Nicolene, I always have loved her. Even when she was still competing at Miss World, she really caught my attention, and her presence earlier, she was just very regal. Even on her opening introduction, she wasn't all over the place. She was not trying to be fierce. She was just very relaxed and calm. I love I. At first, I reminds me of Queen Benjerat and Prawanik, Ruang Thong. That kind of combination. And Chalita Sponsine. So it was just that I never got to see her closely on the prelims prior to the preliminary show tonight. But I've been hearing some very good feedback about Kanyalak winning one of the Best Swimsuit awards in the prelims. I loved how she does her projections. She was really taking her time, and she knows which cameras to look. So it was as if like Kanyalak already competed with so many pageants before, and she looks like a veteran competitor.
She is. Did you know she competed Miss Grand Thailand twice, 2018 and 2009?
And I love her makeup, George. Her she doesn't look different, and it was just very classy. The smoky eyes, the skin color. She's so beautiful.
Yes. And funny you mentioned Miss Supranational runner-up. She was one of the panelists, selection committee. Did you see?
Yes, I saw Prawanik. I love her very, very much. She's such a sweet girl. I have a very special bond with some of the candidates of MUT 2020, and she really deserves that international recognition, right?
I truly agree. I think it was so overdue, because I really thought she was going to place even higher than how much she did in Miss Universe Thailand. I thought she could at least but she was in top 5, and I'm so happy she finally got her moment to shine.
My top 5 favorites from the introduction round. First, I have MUT 23 Opal. I love her green outfit. She looked like a 90s supermodel. She stood out to me, and she reminds me of the 90s supermodel. Very tall, very long, and she has so much stage presence. I think she did a really good job. First, Wang, she was the showstopper from the introduction round, and the way she ended the first round with a bang, I loved it. I thought she gave a strong stage performance, and she continues to impress me with her stage presence, because this is her second time competing at Miss Universe Thailand. The first time, she wowed all of us with an incredible stage presence, and she continues to deliver an amazing performance. Nicolene, I thought her dress looked very similar to Sherry Hill dress we see in Miss Universe. She has such a glow up since Miss World. I can see so much improvement in her stage presence. I really like the hair and makeup they did for her. She was glowing on the stage, and I'm really happy with Nicolene's introduction performance. MUT 18I, she aced the introduction round. I did not even blink once when she was on the screen. She had such a great first impression, and she has such a good signature walk. And last but not the least, I want to mention Anna. Anna's last name is actually Tiger. So a lot of Thai fans are calling her the Tiger, coming from nowhere, because she's quite a dark horse. She doesn't have that much fan. But I was really impressed by her promenade competition because her walk is really smooth and effective. And I thought for me, she's definitely someone that I can see her placing in top five.
Yeah.
And I have to mention she's getting trained by a Filipino team. So you guys are
Yes.
doing a great job.
Yeah. RL. Hi, RL. Congratulations for Anna's performance. RL is just a very quiet guy, but he really he only takes one or two contestants and he really focuses on them, and he does a very, very good job in packaging his candidates. So
and I can see that Filipino touch a little bit, like how Pasarela, it was a little bit of a Latin flavor, which I like. Because in MUT, we see kind of like similar type of walk, so she have a little bit of a different walk, and I really liked it.
The makeup too. The makeup,
Yes.
the styling, it's very, very Filipino, which actually makes me smile also.
So I'm really happy to see that Filipino camp is not only helping their own country, but also neighbor countries like Thailand. So I'm really happy to see that. How about in the swimsuit? So what did you thought of the swimsuit design first? Because they all have the same swimsuit, but in 3 colors. So what did you thought of the swimsuit?
Well, I love, for me, George, anything that's minimalist and plain actually makes it more, much better in any pageant, because it focuses only on the woman, and I love the cut, I love the colors too. I mean, it's actually a tie between I and First. It's a very, very hard, tough call. It's between the two of them. Yeah, I mean, I really has a very sultry, alluring stage presence, while First is she knows what she's doing, and she could never go wrong. Runway is her forte for First One. So I love how they both did. And then Anna, I was very, very surprised. She looked very polished. She reminded me of Catriona Gray. At the same time, she also reminded me of the many facially beautiful Miss Universe contestants. She was very polished. And again, I loved her walk. And then, of course, Opal. Opal, again, also reminds me of Prawanik and the other Tan Morena. We call it Morena in the Philippines. Tan Thai girl, a beauty queens that have graced the MUT stage. And Opal really, she really captivated my heart. Very captivating. And then, of course, Nicolene. Again, Nicolene, she will always be there. Considering the fact that, she knows what to say. She's very articulate. And I feel like once Nicolene will hold the microphone and she gets to answer the Q&A, it will be over. It will be a very, very tough competition once you hand over the microphone to Nicolene. So, yeah, and I love how she was just very relaxed. Like First One, nothing to prove. They're still competing, but again, they're not all over the place. They're not there to prove something, but they're also actually competing, and they're just very classy. They kept it classy, yeah.
For me, the first color was the green swimsuit. From the green swimsuit, I really liked number 16, Nicolene. She looks so much calm, like you said. And when she was walking towards the camera, I really liked it because I felt like we got to see a new and improved version of Nicolene that we saw in Miss World, but a lot more groomed, more polished. And she looked a lot more confident and assured of herself. And in terms of facial expressions, I still want to see a bit more variation because I felt like she was giving us the same look. So maybe a little bit smile or just show personality. But except the expression, I thought she did really good. 18, I said Vava Voom. This is a Latina. Like this was a Latina energy. I thought she was giving me like Miss Colombia, Miss Venezuela type of vibe in swimsuit, and I loved it. She was the best for me in the green swimsuit category. So they had 3 different swimsuit, and I thought she was the best from Team Amanda. She was clearly the standout, and I like how she was so playful with the camera. Every time the camera was showing her face, even in the group walk, she was just being bubbly and showing her personality. So I really liked Anna. Anna is so pretty. And like you said, I think she's one of the most beautiful delegates in this year's pageant. You said she reminds you of Catriona Gray. I don't really see that, but like for me, she has that in Thai, they call it Dara, D-A-R-A, which means like a star. And she has the Dara look because she actually works as a professional actress here in Thailand. So she's already
That's why
established
the
actress.
star quality,
Yes.
right? She has a
I
star
already
quality.
see that Dara, quality when she was walking. I said, you know what? I think Anna will make it to the top five just based on
Yeah.
her presence on the stage, which I think is
Yeah.
so graceful, so effortless, and yeah, I think she's so charismatic, and I just really like that. Number 23, Opal, effortless performance. She was so relaxed, so comfortable on the stage. She may be the youngest delegate, but she's not afraid to walk in swimsuit. And I really like how calm and collective she was. I found her really charming. And of course, last but not the least, I have number 31, First Wang. She had so much energy, so much power on her walk, a good flow. Even though she had so much high energy, it was not too much, like you said, it was not too
Yes.
over the top. So I like that. I think she turned up and she delivered in the preliminary competition. Before we go to the evening gown, I do want to talk to you about this song choice. What did you thought?
Here's what I can just say. And I don't mean to offend the organizers at TPN, but they have a very good budget for all the showmanship, the stage, and everything. But I do hope that there's really nothing wrong with Thai singers singing Thai songs. I mean, I would love to hear more pop Thai songs. I would remember that. I would enjoy it. I know Thai songs have their own characteristics, and I would love to hear that on the Miss Universe stage rather than forcing Thai singers to speak English and sing English songs, right? So
I thought the music did not really complement the swimsuit round. I'm sure she's a good singer. I'm sure she's quite successful at what she does. However, like you said, I wish they had a different singer, maybe Millie, who's a really famous Thai rapper, singer. She actually performed recently in Coachella in USA. Big music festival, sorry. So I wish Millie was the one who was performing because she actually did perform in the last year's Miss Universe Thailand. She was one of the performers. So I wish she was back because now she's actually gone on to the international platform like Coachella. So it's a huge prize for Thai people, and she's known for singing Thai songs. It's like a Nicki Minaj of Thailand. So I thought that would be actually much better for swimsuit.
And I want to add on something, George. I've been observing MUT for 3 years now with the new management, and they always don't announce the candidates. How I wish that they would announce the candidates before they would come out, because at least the cameras will be prompted, or those who are actually cheering for them will be prompted too as well. So
I agree. I think there was a host who PK, which I'm sure you have seen him.
Yeah,
He
I
was
know
also
PK.
a host for Miss Universe 2018 when Bangkok hosted Miss Universe. So he's a quite well-known person. So I wish they kind of gave him extra work because Anne was also here as a co-host. How beautiful did Anne look? Did you see her? She was a co-host. And
She
you know
was
what? I wish they
beautiful.
kind of like you said, announce the girl before coming, because I had to make a note quickly on my phone and I would miss the next girl. Because I would not hear who's the next girl. So yeah, hopefully for finals they should do that.
Again, the evening gowns this year were I loved all of them, but I preferred all the evening gowns, all of them like the year before. And 2020, the evening gowns then was actually really, really beautiful. But of course, we're not talking about the designs here. We're talking about the performances. For me, number one was Anna. Her gown was like, oh my gosh, the blue gown, the royal blue gown. It was so beautiful. It highlighted her complexion. She looked every inch like a royalty. And she was very elegant, hair up, very simple makeup. I love it. I love it when beauty queens look like close to their original beautiful features, not too overdone. And then number two for me is Kanyalak. Orange gowns are, I'm not a fan of orange gowns, but the way it was designed combined with another color, I think muted gold, I'm not sure, but it was a very beautiful. I love the see-through silhouette. The linear design of the beadwork was also very, very beautiful. And I love how I looks at the camera and takes her time doing the poses, right? So I love her hair. I feel like I've seen those hairstyles over and over again, George. It is a very, very common hairstyle, but it looks so fresh on her. I don't know why, but good job on her stylist. And the next is Nicolene. I feel like Nicolene here made her mark that she's not that kind of beauty queen that's only that's too fierce, but she's very, very Thai, if you know what I mean. She's very regal. I love that she chose to put her hair up because she actually looked so taller. much taller than her hair down on Swimsuit. And Nicolene, if her team would be watching this video, I suggest that to make her hair up during Swimsuit, it would look more polished on Nicolene. So number 4, first one, designed by Rian Fernandez. Hi, Rian. Congratulations on your beautiful evening gown. Again, George, I'm not a fan of colored evening gowns. I'm very biased with white, gold, and silver. But the baby pink was so beautiful. I love it. You know, if you go for colored gowns, why not go for the muted version of it, and then add some different colored color for the beads to highlight more, to highlight the gown, to add more dimension. So first, it was new to me to see first very subtle and sweet. And I loved how she was able to carry her gown. I loved the design. I loved everything about it. I loved it. Congratulations first. Again, I love you very much. I'm such a huge fan. So she delivered. She delivered. Okay. And then fifth to the Opal. I love her color choice. And I'm really happy that she wore gold. And I loved how it was designed. I know it was fully beaded, but it was not an overwhelmingly done, fully beaded gown. It reminds me of Versace 2009, 2010, 2011. So I love Opal for a first timer. Oh my goodness. Congratulations. Should she not win this year, she would have a very bright future in Thai pageantry. So if she will not win this year, I'm sure she would win next year or in the next 2 years. So Opal, congratulations. You were such a surprise. You really blew me away, especially with that gold evening gown. Very good color choice.
For me, I actually have a little bit different perspective in terms of evening gowns. I think you know by now, Jian, I love colors, right? You know that.
Okay, yeah, I know. You're
bright
wearing
colors.
green.
So I was a little bit disappointed to see so many black and white gowns, and there were a lot of silver
Yeah.
gowns too. So I was a little bit, I was like not that happy to see like muted color tones. So I wish more
Yes.
girls went for maybe blues or greens, or because the new crown is gold and green. So I thought there would be more green
Mm.
gowns. So maybe for the
Yeah.
finals, we see, especially the front runners, like Nicolene. She had a silver opening dress, and she also wore a silver gown. So I thought, I don't know. Like, I want to see a bit versatility because even her Miss World gown was quite similar. It's like silvery white. So I do want to see a little bit more different colors from her to show
Yeah.
versatility from Nicolene.
Yeah.
But in terms of the performance, I want to go through number 9, Nook. I thought she did quite well. It was a beautiful pastel pink gown. However, she was struggling to walk in that gown. I think it's the hem. It was quite long for her. So
Mm.
except the struggle, I thought she looked really beautiful. She has a very regal type look about her. And fun fact, Nook is the first runner-up of Ning Sofida, Miss Universe Thailand 2018.
Oh,
Did you know that?
wow.
So this is
I
the
didn't
second
know
time
that.
competing. Yes. Number 9.
Wow.
Look. So I have my eyes on her because I have a feeling like because this is her second time competing and the last time she was first runner-up, right? That's one step closer to the crown.
Right.
So I think she could be in top 10 or even top 5. But
Yeah.
for the finals, I want her to change the gown. It's not working for me. It's too
Mm.
long. Or at least adjust the hem because I could see her trip towards the end of the runway, so that was not that great. But she looked beautiful regardless. Next, I have number 10, Renee. I thought she looked gorgeous in the silver gown. She was exuding so much confidence. Yet again, I hope she changes the gown as she looks so nice in her introduction when she was wearing a blue color. And I thought, wow, she looks so good. But like I said, I feel like it's going to be a repeat comment. Everyone was wearing silver. So I thought like, it's okay. Like, it's nothing wow, but she looked beautiful. Next, I have 18I. She put the whole stage on fire. I thought her gown was
Agree.
red. Is it orange? I thought it was red on my screen.
It's orange in my camera.
Yeah, it looked red, and I thought it looks like a fire. That's why I said like the comment, like it was on fire on the
It was
stage.
orange on my PC, so I don't know
Right.
what that is, but yeah.
We will find that after we finish this and I'm editing
Yeah,
the video. So for me, her walk was really poised, really confident, and for me, it had a wow factor. And I'm really
Yeah,
impressed by I.
same.
We have been mentioning that before too. She really knows how to deliver in terms of stage presence,
Yeah.
and I really like it. I thought she did really good. Number 19, Anna. I thought she looked so regal, so queenly in the blue gown. I really like
Exactly.
how she carried herself. It was so sophisticated, elegant, and I really liked her presentation. It was a class act. And once again, I would love to see Anna moving forward in the next round. So hopefully we see her in top five. What did you thought of Peppy? Did you see Peppy's performance? She wore green
Yeah, you
gown. I
know what?
remember.
I believe she became emotional because people were cheering for her, receiving news that she got her PhD in Harvard, and then she's going to be going there. But good decisions for Peppy to choose education than the pageants first, because it's not easy to get a college degree.
I actually had the chance to interview Peppy last year when she announced that she's competing for Miss Universe Thailand. I was so happy and excited because I think she is the first girl from New York, a Thai
Mm,
American who's based in New York. So she had that New York swagger. The way she was able to carry herself and the way she was able to express her thoughts, I was just truly amazed by her. And of course, because I've been supporting her for over a year, I was a little bit sad because just before I went to bed yesterday, I saw on my
yeah,
Instagram
we're
that she
talking
went to
about it.
Peppy.
Yeah.
It's 3 days until the final. Like, I hope this is fake news. Then I had to check the official page, and unfortunately, it was a true news. So a little bit sad because I really wanted her to be in top five, but
Yeah,
I wish her all the best because clearly, I mean, getting into Harvard, it's not a joke. It's the best
exactly.
university out there, and a
It's a,
PhD degree. So
yeah,
I wish
exactly.
her all the best and good for her. And in case she comes back, do come back because she's only 24. So let's say if she
Oh
finished a
yeah,
degree in like 2 or 3 years, she will still be eligible for Miss Universe Thailand. It's
exactly.
28.
Yeah.
I have number 23, Opal. I love the golden evening gown. She looked like a Greek goddess. She's so statuesque, so tall, so glamorous. She is so professional. She carries herself like a true model, supermodel. And for me, she's slowly getting closer and closer to my top of my favorite list. At the beginning, I had around my top like 6 or 7. Now she's getting almost to my top two. So definitely, I can see Opal if she maintains this same energy in the final, that I can see her holding hands with actually Nicolene. Last but not the least, I have number 31, First Wang. She was pure perfection tonight. I am so impressed by her performance. She may be the last girl to enter the stage, but she left me with a lasting impact. For me, first evening gown was the most memorable out of the evening
Yeah.
gown competition.
Same.
So that says a lot about how she performed. And yeah, it was a really unique gown. It was a Did you say it's a Filipino designer for
Yeah,
her?
yeah. It was from Rian Fernandez. Yeah.
It was a really well done. I love the details and the color really popped because I think you noticed that I was not that happy with the color choice. So when I
Yeah.
saw little pink, I was like, okay, we're getting somewhere. So I
Yeah,
like
yeah.
so much for giving us some color on the stage. In the end, Jian, so who is your top five prediction?
Well, I've been really consistent about it. It's Kanyalak, First Wang, and Anna, and then Nicolene and Opal. So those are my
Right.
top five. Yeah. How about you, George? Who's your top five?
I actually have top six. I've been really sneaky. I added the last one. In my sixth place, I have Renee. Her name is really funny. Her name is Renee, Renita, Veronica, Pagano. And the
Yeah,
way
yeah.
she says it, it's so funny. Like, I love it. Like, so much personality. And she's from Team Phuket. So there's a high
Mhm.
expectation for her to deliver to place in top five. So I can see her doing that. And in case she does not win this year, I really want her to join Miss Grand because I feel like she will be really good for Miss Grand Thailand. Like,
Yeah.
there's this energy she gives me. In number five, I have I. I think I is doing a spectacular job. I loved every single performance she did today. My only thing that I'm kind of hindering to put her forward is her communication skills. Similar to
Mm,
First Wong, she's not the best speaker. I hope she improves her communication skills because she knows how to give a really great stage presence.
yeah. That can be polished anyway. So
Yes. And after her, I have in number four, Anna. Anna the tiger, I would like to call her because for me, she's definitely a tigress, right? Like female tiger because I love her. I know a lot of people are underestimating her because she's not that famous, but I think she's someone to watch out for. I loved everything she
yeah.
did. And the Filipino team is doing a great job of training her because we can see it in her performance tonight. And I would
Mm.
love to see Anna in top five. First Wong is my second runner up. First Wong is so experienced. She has won Miss Intercontinental.
She's an international title holder, and she placed in top 5 in Miss Universe Thailand before. And once again, she did not disappoint us fans. Like, she gave a great performance. So I do think that she deserved to in top 5. Once again, her Waterloo, similar to is the communication skills. She's not the best speaker. So it depends on what TPN is going for. Usually they crown the best speaker, the one who gives the best answer, as the winner. But in case they do not go that direction and they actually want to crown a girl who gives great stage presence, I would crown first one. She will be able to compete with the Latinas. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
She is 6 foot tall. She has long legs. She'll be able to stand head and shoulders with the Latin American countries. And if Thailand wants to place once again, I think first one is the right direction to go. And my top 2 is Opal. Yes, she's 18, but like I said, I'm really impressed by her intelligence. She speaks English fluently. She has that commanding presence. And I'm really impressed by Opal. And in case she does not win, in case she becomes like a runner-up, I really want her to come back. Maybe next year, next year, because like, imagine this, 18-year-old is giving such a flawless performance. Imagine her in like 2-3 years from now, in case she does not win. And my winner choice is MUT16, Nicolene. No surprise here. I've been rooting for her since 2018. I actually talked to her right after MUT when she made top 10, and she was feeling really low, like really down. And I just sent her saying, Nicolene, this is not the last time we're seeing you in Miss Universe Thailand stage. And 3 years later, she's here once again. And she has the qualification. She placed first runner-up in Miss World. She's a great speaker, like you said. She has depth. She knows how to present herself with so much professionalism, charisma, and I think she is someone that could really help Thailand hopefully get the 3rd Miss Universe crown. I actually see that much potential in Nicolene. So yeah, it's up to TPN. If they want a good speaker, I would go for Nicolene. But if you want a strong stage presence, I would go for first one.
Well, same thoughts. I mean, Miss Universe already changed their direction.
Yes.
We saw that in 2021. In fact, there were a lot of girls in the top 16 last year that were actually model-esque. They're model. They look like models. They look like they're bringing back the star quality. I'm not saying that the previous years they didn't have the star quality, but in 2020 we saw that Miss Universe was really highlighting now again beauty, so much so in 2021. And it was a good mix in 2021. We have the good speakers that are actually beautiful. They have star quality, and half of the batch were model-esque beauty queens. And I feel like Miss Universe is going on that direction again, on the beauty, on the commercial value for this beauty queen. So, because we all know that Miss Universe organization went through a rough patch during the pandemic, so I'm sure they would want someone who can actually now, of course, give them more money. So, and book more projects, right? I'm just being honest here. So, again, MUT, if you want to crown someone who could go, like what George said, head to head with the Latinas and first Wang would be the great choice. However, Nicolene is also a complete package. I feel like what Nicolene just needs to do is to polish her styling. Maybe avoid the wavy hair now. It makes her look short. I would love to see her more of the ponytail and a bun, maybe a high bun. Right?
In the end, my conclusion would be that any advice for the MUT would be to continue to do what you're doing. You're doing a great job in terms of production. I loved how HD everything was. Performers, of course, there's a room for improvement. I feel like they should, give us different singers. Maybe for the final. The ones who did, I think they did a really good job. But I would really like to see a more established, maybe Thai singers who are capable of doing like live shows. I think those would be really great to see finals, because I know Thailand has amazing singers. And singing in Thai song would be even better to promote the Thai music in the international platform. Because I know it's not only Thai people watching it, right? Yeah, there are a lot of Filipinos watching it too. So let's make sure to promote Thai culture. And I think, TPN is doing really well. And I'm really looking forward to see who is going to be the 4th TPN Miss Universe Thailand winner. I have my favorite.
but I have a feeling who's gonna win. So hopefully, fingers crossed, it's one of our top 5.
Yeah.
Saying that in the end, Jian, please share your social media platform.
Okay, so guys, thank you so much, Cup and Cup, and I'm always really happy to connect with my Thai friends. And George, thank you so much. I miss you. I miss the boys, and we'd love to do another Miss Universe review and gathering soon together. We always do that every year. So for all of you viewers of the pageant Empress, you can follow me on TikTok. I'm more active there, Jian Lasala. Also, here on YouTube, I just revived our YouTube channel, the Jian Lasala Show. And then watch out for evening gowns at the Miss Universe competition coming this December. We don't have the dates yet, right? So we're preparing. We will be crowning the new girls that we are partnering with in August, and later this year another country.
Yes, and make sure to follow him on his social media because especially on TikTok, I've been watching his videos. He shows the behind the scene of what goes in terms of making gowns for Miss Universe delegates. So make sure to follow him. Also, follow me if you enjoy this talk, the recap of Miss Universe Thailand on my social media platform @Pageant Empress to get the latest news and updates about beauty pageant. Saying that, I hope to see you guys again in my next video. Bye from Admin George. Bye bye.